Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of A Slice of Fried Gold. My name's Paddy.
I'm Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you're listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that being said, Ben, how the devil are you?
How is it that because you've done it for the second night in a row, you sound like less enthused?
That's because I'm tired. I've been awake all day. I had a nap yesterday. For the purposes of this video, it's for you lot, it was last week, but for us, it was yesterday.
Yeah. You have nothing to like complain about energy-wise, like energy levels and everything.
I do.
Because
all the time.
Oh yeah, because you're a lazy son of a bitch. And this video is no longer being monetized because this swear word within 30 seconds. But like I've been getting up early, to feed a cat, and then going to work, then coming out to the cinema, then recording. You have nothing to complain about.
Hey, I had to wake up and go for breakfast this morning.
Well, oh, that's the question. What do you do for your breakfast nowadays? Because of course you used to live right round the corner from the cafe you like to go to.
Well, funny enough, Ben, we went to the garden centre, which is over the road from us.
Oh, is there a garden centre over the road from you?
Yeah, there's a garden centre. We drive past it on the way. But we've been there for like a tea and a scone before. But we've never had breakfast there. But it was a bloody good breakfast.
Oh,
it was
good.
a proper good breakfast. So that was very nice.
Can you remember what I did in America on Grindr? When guys were like, hey... No, I didn't actually. Do you remember? When they were like, hey, do you want to come suck me off? And I'd be like, no, but do you want to recommend a good place to eat? Do you remember that now?
Yeah, I remember that now.
And we like that Korean barbecue place in San Francisco. That was a Grindr recommendation.
No, it wasn't. That was from... That was from the guy who...
That was from the Hard Rock Cafe. Sorry, yes, you're right. No, it was the chowder place in
it was the
Monterey.
Yeah.
Oh... That was good. But anyway, chatting to someone on Grindr the other day, and he was like, do you want to come over? And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm cat sitting, can't at the moment. However, I've just recently moved to Ipswich. Can you recommend a good place for a breakfast? And he was like, yeah, here. Da, 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 da. And I was like, cool. That's nowhere near me. He literally gave me a cafe right slap bang in the centre of Ipswich.
Oh yeah,
I was like, cool. I can't get up and like saunter down to that when I'm slightly hungover.
Yeah, no.
Not that I'm ever hungover, but you know, it's kind of the principle of the thing. I need something when I'm slightly hungover.
Yeah.
This won't work.
You need to go to your working man's pub over the road if they serve breakfast, because that will be a proper greasy spoon.
Well, this is the thing. I asked him. I was like, where is a good, but slightly clean, greasy spoon cafe? You know, like there was one when I lived in Orpington, or as my mum, I was obsessed with calling it Orpington.
Yes, I remember.
There was a cafe called the Olive Tree, and you know what? It was bloody good.
Yeah.
The weirdest bit was, it was like the cleanest greasy spoon cafe ever.
Oh, really?
To the point where, until they put the food down in front of me, I felt like I was in the wrong kind of place. I felt like I was in a hoity-toity cloth napkin kind of place.
Yeah,
and then they put the plate of food down in front of me, and I was like, nah, we're good.
Yeah. We're in London.
But you knew it was kind of pretentious when the sauces on the table weren't brown and red. It was sweet chili and, ranch and all these kind of weird and wonderful sauces. I was like, no, just give me brown and give me red. I'll ignore the brown because it's vile.
Stokes brown sauce is very nice.
I don't care.
However, I do not like the HP.
I just don't like brown sauce. End of.
I will only have Stokes brown sauce.
Fair enough. But yeah, so there was that.
Yeah.
Can you remember also last night when, after how angry we were about the film?
Yes.
Callback.
See last week's video.
See last week's video. As I drove away, I wound the window down. I was like, I'm off to have a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have fucking bothered.
Oh, right. Why?
Because I went to McDonald's and I did the order on the app.
Yeah.
And, I was like, you know what? I don't fancy picking out my pickles.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to have it, no pickles.
Okay.
As I normally do.
As I always do.
Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I fancy pickles.
No.
99% of the time I don't.
Yeah.
But every so often,
Yeah.
I'll fancy the little pickle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I ordered it with no pickles. give me the bag. Firstly, I waited there forever and a day. I thought they'd forgotten me at one point. And then, they handed me my bag. Oh, so sorry for the wait. Here's the bag, blah, blah, blah. And I picked it up, drove home.
Yeah.
Got there, and I was like, right, I'll eat these, and then I'll edit the sound for the video.
Yeah.
And as I was halfway through the burger, I was like, something not right here. And I looked on the little sticker that they put on the burger, and I had not been given my double cheeseburger with no pickles.
Oh, okay. What have you got?
I had been given someone else's double cheeseburger plain.
Oh.
Like, no sauce, no onions, no pickles, just meat and cheese.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, I know they exist, but what troglodytes have a plain cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I can understand it from Burger King, the patties are juicier.
Yes.
So meat and cheese, fine.
Yeah.
But from McDonald's, where the patties are a bit on the dry side, let's be honest.
Because they hot hold them in the things now.
Yes, thank you. They hot hold them. Firstly, they're also like a millimetre thin.
Yeah.
So they cook really quickly and everything.
What was that?
That was my hoodie. It kept getting caught on something.
We're fine, people. We're in control.
Paddy's just overreacting. We're all good. And it's cold.
It will blame the ice.
But yeah.
Yeah.
In Burger King, meat and cheese, fine. In McDonald's, I'm questioning your choices in life.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what the real kicker is for me?
What?
It's because everyone shits on McDonald's workers.
Yeah.
I try and, defend them, because I am an ex-McDonald's worker myself.
Yeah.
And when they do this kind of shit, I'm just like, this is why everyone complains about you.
Yeah.
This is
100% the reason.
This is why. It's like my mum, someone cuts her up on driving, she sees it's a woman, and she's like, this is why people think women can't drive. It's that kind of thing. You get a stereotype comes in front of you and you go, this is why it's a stereotype.
Yeah.
And you get angry for it because you're like, I don't want to have stereotypes in my life. I want it to be, lovely and breezy and free. And then the stereotype happens, you're like, now I'm a bigot because the stereotype's just been confirmed.
This is the issue. We'll go for a drive. We're going somewhere. Mrs. is driving.
Yeah.
And we're going along. She goes, this fucking person's such a twat. And then we drive and we go past them. And I'm like, it's a female driver, but I can't say because I don't have a license. I'm just like, literally can't say anything. I can't say anything.
So that was that.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to talk about.
But once again,
I've forgotten it. It's standard practice and procedure at this point.
It is.
Oh shit! Yeah, I nearly broke the brush in the staff toilet.
The toilet
brush.
Fucking hell! What kind of shit did you have?
Just a normal standard shit, but I'm very aware of possible skid marks.
Indeed, yeah.
Indeed, I don't want to be that person.
No, it's good.
Considering there's been a couple of times when someone's walked back into the office and be like, someone's left an absolute skid mark down the toilet, and I'm sitting there going, right, which toilet did I use? When did I use it? I'm trying to work back if it's me. So I'm very anal, pun intended, about skid marks in the toilet. And there was this one that was right up in the back.
Fucking hell, what are you doing?
And so I was like, so I sort of, I open the cubicle door and I stand back. I'm trying to think of the next person who's walking towards the toilets.
Okay.
And seeing what they are going to see.
Oh, dear.
I am, if not anything, thorough.
Yeah.
And there was this skid mark right jammed up at the back. So I got the toilet brush and I was trying to push it. And I heard this, and I was like, oh shit, stop. And now someone in the near future is going to break that brush.
You know what the funny thing is that it's going to be you because you're going to forget that.
No, I can't forget about that. So I'm just waiting for someone to be like, yeah, I just broke the toilet brush. But then, hey, at least we know they clean up their skid marks.
Yeah.
Because there is someone in the office who doesn't.
Yeah.
And it is nasty. So there was that. That was fun.
Yeah.
One of my customers asked me to lie today.
What?
Why? Because they had lied to their customer.
Oh my god.
They had lied to their customer because their customer wanted like a container yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, oh, it's been claimed by Port Health for sampling. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so he called me up. He's like, I've got a favour to ask you. And I was like, ooh, what kind of favour? What are we talking about? You know,
talk to me.
Cutting the wire of the phone around my finger. Baby, what do you want? And he explained me, and he was like, and I was like, so you need me to lie? He's like, please. And so because he emailed me with the question.
Oh, okay.
Like, he asked me first, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then he emailed me the question, for me to then pose the response to.
Of course.
And I did it so professionally. Like, I gave it an hour to make it look like I've gone away, researched it, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I had it laid out with, ooh, hello. Ambulance. Laid out with a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Good lord.
Beautiful.
Creative writing.
Of course. Once again, I am not, if anything, thorough. This is what we're learning in my life today.
We are.
And I sent it off, and I was so proud of it.
Yeah.
He instantly called back, and he's like, the fuck is that? I was like, that's your lie. And he's like, that's way too over the top.
I put time and effort into this.
Exactly. I was like, exactly what I said. It's like, you wanted me to lie. I've gotten further, because rule number one of lying, put a nugget of truth in there.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I did. I put a nugget of truth in there, and it just, it was airtight.
Yeah.
Fucking airtight, that was. And he was like, no. He was like, I think you've missed the mark. We've told them it's on hold, but we've told them it will clear by this time next week, where you told them, like, your response says it's not going to clear until the end of the month. I was like, right, you could have told me that at the beginning.
Look, details, people.
I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is that? And I was like, you told me to lie. I lied.
And I'm exaggerating.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't exaggerate.
Oh, okay.
Like, literally, that is I listed out the process of events and the procedures, and yes, by my calculations, the thing was perfect. It's just the whole, the containers on hold was the lie.
Oh, okay.
That was the lie, but, like, all the procedures after that was completely true. So I'm going to wet myself if Port Health do decide to put the container on hold now.
Because they will have to wait.
Because then they will have to wait, exactly. And it will just be like, oh, that's beautiful. And then he calls me up, I'm like, you know what this is? This is karma for making me lie.
It's a vindication.
Well, also, you know, I fucking remembered! Because it ties in beautifully with what I'm just talking about.
Oh my
god. We'll get to you soon, don't worry. I know this so far has been the Ben show.
I got nothing.
You've known me for how many years now?
Too many.
How many times in my life have I said something stupidly sarcastic or predicted the future, and it's either A, come true, or the sarcastic comment someone's gone, yes!
Yeah.
My example to most people who don't know is, of course, we did performing arts together in GCSE.
Yeah.
And was it year 10 we did the ASBO piece, or was that homelessness? I think it was year 10 was the ASBO, and then homelessness was year 11.
Yeah.
So in year 10 we did this ASBO piece, and in our group we had a little graffiti scene.
Yes.
As you remember.
Yes.
And we were rehearsing it in front of the teacher, and the teacher said, oh, there's something missing from the graffiti scene. There's something missing. I don't know what it is. There's something missing. And if you remember, I remember very clearly, Paddy, because I fully thought I was being the sarcastic of sarcasms. And I said, oh, well, maybe we'll do it like Mission Impossible. And she just went, yes! And then it ended up being Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
You remember now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to push Microsoft Teams in the office.
Oh, okay.
There are a few people who are a bit against it.
Okay.
So there I am in the managers' meeting whilst they're like, how do we push Teams? How do we push Teams? How do we push Teams?
Yeah.
And I just made like a silly comment of, oh, why don't we do like a pub quiz through Teams? And the manager was like, yes, do it. And so now I'm writing up a pub quiz. And it's just, I was sitting there going, why do I make silly comments? And why do people not clock it as sarcasm?
We're gonna have to do. You know what?
Need a sarcasm sign.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say. We need to Sheldon this and get you a fucking sarcasm sign because this is ridiculous.
Yes. So turns out, Paddy.
Yeah.
Writing quizzes are hard.
Yes, they are. I've had to do it from when I had a pub.
Like, I go to a pub quiz every Monday.
Yeah.
Where it's like 120 questions.
Yeah. But they're generated by somebody else. He hasn't spent all week doing it.
No, I know he hasn't, because he's also, in his day-to-day life, he's a driving instructor. But, like, I'm just trying to do 10 questions a week, and I'm sitting there going, my fucking God, this is hard.
Yeah.
But once again, oh no, road closed ahead. This is going to be fun.
Long episode, people. Why is it closed?
I don't know. Roadworks? But yeah, so
yeah.
Turns out, what was I saying? I was writing a pub. I'm writing a pub quiz. It's harder than I thought.
10 episodes a week.
10 episodes a week. 10 questions.
10 questions a week.
Ask myself, why do I do myself? Oh yeah, that's it. Once again, today has proved I am, if not anything, thorough.
Yeah.
I've got pictures, I've got animation.
Oh my God.
Like, I sent a first draft to the manager going, what do you think?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's alright. It's a bit basic, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool, leave it with me. Come back 5 minutes later and there's like animations and graphics and you're like, oh wow, this looks professional. I was like, thank you. I am, if not anything, thorough.
Yeah.
And that has been my 24 hours, Patty.
It's been full on in your life, isn't it? Jesus.
This is what I'm saying. You have no recourse to say that you're tired.
I'm still allowed to be tired, then.
Paddy, how have you been?
I've been fine. Apparently, according to your life. Like I said, went out for breakfast in the morning. Done a bit of housework, bit of ironing, as you do. Mm-hmm. What I was going to bring up is, because we've talked about these before, you know, every now and again we'll find an old show that we liked, that we didn't realise was on Netflix or Prime or whatever streaming services you choose to watch. And I was flicking on on Netflix the other day, trying to find something to put on while I was seeing, while I was doing something. I think I was doing my ironing. Drumming away, flicking through, and who did I see? The beautiful face of Hugh Laurie.
Oh, House! It's on Netflix.
Every season of House is on Netflix. I've been rewatching House. And God, I fucking love it.
I'm a little bit pissed about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of course, remember I was watching it on your Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah,
and then I was like halfway through, and they just pulled everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
And so now that I see it on Netflix, I'm like, do I restart it from the beginning?
Yeah.
Do I find where I was on Amazon Prime? Or do I just be like, no, fuck you, I'm out. Fuck this, I'm out.
The reason why I'm rewatching is because I don't think I've watched the last season.
No, I definitely haven't watched the last season.
So that's why I'm going to rewatch it. I'm determined to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to work my way through it. But Hugh Laurie is just so fucking good, isn't he? He's such a good actor. And the fact that most Americans didn't even realise that he was British.
Yeah. Where's the closed road?
Well, I don't think there is. Because if it's at the bridge, then we're really screwed because we'll have to go all the way back out to the A12.
Yeah. We'll probably, if that's the case, we'll pull over in a lay-by.
Yeah. And we'll end there.
Yeah.
Just in case people.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that...
I'm not doing an hour and a half long episode.
I did have a driving lesson today, but I won't go delving into that because they're just frustrating me.
Come on, you got a story from it?
Well, what? That I nearly crashed because some dozy cow came out and nearly cut me off.
You never said it was a female.
I'm sure, I feel like it was a female.
Oh, you didn't, we cannot confirm.
I cannot confirm, that's why I didn't bring it up when we were talking about it.
Oh, right, okay,
but I feel like it was. But I couldn't clock. It could have just been someone with somebody long hair.
Right, okay. So 99.99999% likely.
Well, yeah. Well, it was bright, light, reflections.
Oh, I thought you meant like the hair colour was bright, like blue or...
No. It was like, there was longish hair, but because their window was up and mine was half down because of, it was a lovely day today. and it's going to be lovely again tomorrow.
It didn't start off lovely. It started off grey as fuck.
Yeah, it did. But I committed to putting my laundry out, and I was happy I did.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, basically, I was just driving along like we were now, 30 miles per hour. Car came out, fine, no problem at all. And then there was a car behind it. You could see, like, you know when they go kind of like jolt forward and they go, nah, no.
They kangaroo, yeah.
Yeah. And you think, oh, okay, cool. Then they've obviously not committed to do it. So I plodded along as I did. Next thing you knew, didn't change their mind. I was like, cool. Slammed on the brakes, emergency stop, cranked up the handlebar, the handbrake. This is what I'm saying, but I'm tired of saying all the wrong words. Cranked up the handle for the handbrake. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, well done.
Driver instructor was like, what an idiot. Said a different word. So what an idiot. But he was like, well done, well impressed. You braked in time and got it sorted. And then next thing I knew, as I go to the key, there's a guy standing on the path. And I look at him, I clocked him, and he went, well done, that was really good braking. And I was like, cheers mate, thank you. Random man that was in the middle of the street, turned on the engine. I mean, I still had my foot down on the clutch, I was still in gear, just turned back on and went.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, other than that, apart from house and nearly hitting another car, that's all I've got.
Fair enough. Well, shall we talk film then?
Yeah, let's talk film. So we've just been to see
Death of a Unicorn.
You go first.
I shall go first. Death of a Unicorn, starring Paul Rudd, Jenny Ortega, Will Poulter, and many others.
Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant, yes. Stars itself as a horror comedy. You would think, with the lineup it's got, it's going to be a laugh a second.
It was.
It was not. It was okay. It was good. It was okay.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted them to lean into the comedy a bit more.
Yeah.
You know.
I wanted it to be like Heart Eyes.
Yeah.
That kind of like self-aware comedy.
Self-aware, just ridiculously hammed up. Because what's the storyline? They hit a unicorn.
Yeah.
And then a dark unicorn comes for them.
Yeah.
You know, the spoiler-free version.
Yeah. It's in the trailer. So that's as much as we're giving.
They hit a unicorn. They discover it has magical healing properties.
Yeah.
They start like using its blood and shit.
Yeah.
All in the trailers.
Yeah.
Dark unicorn comes after them.
Yeah.
Fine. It's such a stupid premise.
Yeah.
A preposterous premise.
Yeah.
Bit of alliteration there.
We love
if I could fucking use my tongue properly. That when they played it so seriously, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
It needed to be hammed up.
It did.
It needed to be ridiculous. It needed to be over the top.
But I feel like Richard E. Grant was trying to do that, but it just wasn't working within the rest of the film.
No, because no one else was.
Yeah.
And I'm most upset by Paul Rudd, because he is a phenomenal comedy actor.
Yeah.
And he tried to play it way too straight. Yes, he had a few jokes, and of course he had perfect timing on those few jokes, and they had the whole screen laughing on those few jokes.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It was just a few.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to like this film. I really wanted to enjoy it. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy it as much as I would have hoped I was going to.
Yeah.
The animation was alright.
Yeah.
There was something weird about the horse, the unicorn. It looked more like a goat in some scenes.
Yeah, I don't think they tried to go for a traditional horse like they
No.
did. In that aspect, they've kind of gone with their own version of a mythical.
Which is fine, but
I felt like it looked like a giant Shetland pony.
Yeah, but then, as I said, in other moments it looked a bit like a goat.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no. So the CGI was fine. Will Poulter could have had his shirt off more. That maybe would have made the film better.
I agree. So could Jenny Ortega. But...
He's been shredding for what's the Marvel film, and then his Marvel character's been kind of shelved. So just whip the shirt off and show it off now, because you're not going to show it in a Marvel film. It didn't live up to the promise of the trailer.
No.
Once again.
Yeah.
The trailer gave us false hope,
As always.
and it just didn't live up to that.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that. I don't think I can kind of say much else. Like, I just felt like it felt flat in very places as well. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, this movie was only an hour and 40 minutes. Like, and I felt I was there for a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
It did, I felt like, but there wasn't a lot going on. Like, I just felt like it was pacing issues. Comedy fell flat. It should have really, really embraced, like, the stupidity side of it.
Yeah.
And gone for that route, but the trying to take it seriously didn't work. I did feel like Will Porter his character was the funniest.
Yeah.
However, and we've said this before with other actors, he has now just been typecasted as that stupid guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't play anybody else. The only time I've ever seen him play anything else other than that stupid guy is the other chef in The Bear.
Right, yeah.
But even then, he's only a small character, and he's only been in like 2 and a bit episodes, properly 1 and a bit episodes.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he's an actor. Like, if he's in there, you just know that he's going to be playing the same person every time.
Yeah.
And it's growing dry for me with him. Like, I feel like he needs to branch out and try and do something else.
Yeah.
But it might be that he's not being given that.
Yeah, go be typecast when you're at the end of your career.
Yeah.
When it's then, it's just easy roles, easy money.
Yeah.
But when you're still at, like, the height of your career,
Yeah.
take risks, take chances.
Well, look at Arpats. He did Twilight for the money.
Yeah.
But look at what he's doing now.
Yeah.
He's doing every role that he wants to do. They're coming to him. If he doesn't like it, no. But if he finds things it's different and it's branching out and doing something, then he's going for it.
Yeah.
And it's working for him. Potentially the new main villain for June 3. So that means probably Batman 2 is going to be delayed again.
Oh, has it been delayed, has it?
Wow, it might be.
Oh.
Well, there's talks that he's going to be taking on June Part 2, but he's doing something else before that, which I can't remember what it is now, which means that Batman will probably be delayed again. So, what can you say? But anyway, we'll not talk about all that at the moment. But yeah, I just felt like, it was just a bit flat, a bit disappointing. It kind of just didn't live up to what we hoped it was going to be or expected it to be, really. With that being said, shall we do some final thoughts?
Very perfectly timed there, Paddy.
We did.
Final thoughts. I am very thorough in every aspect of my life.
Ben has a lot going on in a day.
Yeah.
Like,
Just because I forget it every time we come in to record this.
yeah, basically.
And that's probably why I forget it, because so much happens in just one day.
Yeah, clearly. Ben scrubs toilets so much he almost breaks toilet brushes.
I like to be clean.
I
lied for a customer today.
Ben's a liar.
We all know this.
I know.
Was it?
It's your life.
No, it was PT.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but someone at Puff Drinks, like, they said something, and I just, boom, said something back.
Oh, okay.
And as he walked away, PT was like, how the fuck did you do that? I was like, what? And he's like, you lied. There was no, like, hesitation. There was no pause.
Yeah.
There was no, like, look of being uncomfortable. He's like, you just lied as easy as you breathed. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
It comes from years of being in the closet and doing drama. Put them together,
Oh, God.
and you get a psychopath. Thank you.
Basically.
And also, I'm now doing pub quiz for work. I will let you know how that goes.
Tune in next week for that one.
No, I'm not dropping it until May.
Oh, okay.
Because
Tune in May to find out.
this is my genius.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's taking me time to write just 10 questions,
Yeah.
if I can build up,
okay.
a few weeks worth,
Fair enough.
I'm then sorted.
Okay. That's fine.
Genius.
It's all in there.
It's all in there. And Paddy nearly crashed on his driving lesson today.
Yeah. And House. What an amazing show.
What an amazing show. And
Death
of a Unicorn.
Nah.
It was alright.
I don't want to say disappointed in the sense of...
I'm not
like,
mad. I'm just disappointed.
but I don't want to say disappointing because I feel like it's too negative. But you know what I mean? Like,
I am right there with you.
I'm just whelmed. Like I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. That's whelmed is the word.
It's still the better film that we've seen this week.
Oh, for goddamn right. I'd watch that again over fucking Minecraft.
But it's
it was a bit disappointing.
with the lineup of the cast it had, it should have been
Far better.
Our side should have been hurting.
Yeah.
You know, it just missed the mark on the comedy, and it needed comedy because the storyline was so ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. But with that being said, have you seen this week's movie? If you have, let us know down below your thoughts. You can email us as well at sliceofriedgoldpod@gmail.com. Anything else you want to comment, please do. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you listen to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review there as well. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Bye, guys.